Do you want to turn your small money into more money? I mean, do you want to create more income? Do you want to attain financial freedom? If these are the questions running in your mind, then know you are in the right place. My ambitious and amazing viewers, today I will show you 15 tips on how to invest in real estate with little or less money. Before that, I will tell you a short enticing story of a determined man named Alex who dreamed of entering the real estate world, despite having limited funds. Alex began by researching creative investment strategies and stumbled upon the concept of wholesaling. This strategy involved finding distressed properties at low prices, getting them under contract, and then assigning the contract to another buyer for a fee. With little money, Alex started networking with experienced real estate investors, attending local meetups, and building relationships. Soon, Alex found a motivated seller who was willing to sell a rundown property at a deeply discounted price. Using their negotiation skills, Alex secured the property under contract without having to put down any money. Next, Alex connected with an investor who was looking for fixer-upper properties. By assigning the contract to this investor for a fee, Alex made a handsome profit without ever actually buying the property themselves. With this newfound capital, Alex continued to repeat the process, gradually building up funds to eventually purchase properties for their own real estate portfolio. Through determination, resourcefulness, and a willingness to learn, Alex turned their initial lack of funds into a successful real estate journey, proving that with the right strategies and perseverance, anyone can find a way to invest in real estate even with minimal money to start. Be the next Alex. After today's video, I suggest you take a step forward in your life and venture in real estate or something that will multiply your small income to more wealth. So, guys, what are these 15 tips on how to invest in real estate with little or no money? I can assure you these tips are very simple and much applicable even if you don't have much financial education. Every regular person out there can try out and be successful. So hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. Tip number 1 is research and education. Certainly, imagine your real estate investment journey as a quest for hidden treasure. Research is like creating a treasure map. You carefully study the market trends, property values, and upcoming developments to identify the most promising areas. Education acts as your treasure-seeking compass, providing you with the knowledge to make informed decisions, understand legal aspects, and creatively structure deals. Together, research and education empower you to uncover hidden gems, maximize returns, and navigate the real estate landscape with confidence, all without needing a hefty upfront investment. Just as a skilled adventurer can find treasures others overlook, your dedication to research and education can lead you to real estate opportunities that others might miss, helping you turn small investments into big rewards. Tip number 2. REITs. Imagine REITs as a magical gateway to the world of real estate with little more than a sprinkle of your investment. Just like buying a ticket to an enchanted theme park, a real estate investment trust, REIT, allows you to own a portion of large-scale properties. Think office buildings, shopping centers, or apartments without needing to buy the entire property yourself. For instance, consider Lisa, an aspiring investor with limited funds. She's passionate about real estate but lacks the capital for a down payment on a property. That's where REITs come to her rescue. Lisa invests a small amount in a REIT, becoming a shareholder. Her investment, combined with those of others, is used to purchase and manage a diversified portfolio of properties. Now, just like a theme park, Lisa gets to enjoy a share of the profits generated by these properties' rental income, appreciation, and more. She's part of a community of investors who collectively reap the rewards of the real estate market, even without having to buy and manage properties on her own. REITs not only offer Lisa a chance to dip her toes into real estate with minimal investment, but they also allow her to skip the headaches of property management. It's as if she's enjoying the thrill of real estate investment while someone else handles the day-to-day tasks. So, in the enchanting realm of real estate, REITs are like a magical portal that lets you enter the world of property ownership with just a fraction of the traditional costs, making your journey to financial growth both accessible and fascinating. Tip number 3. Wholesaling in real estate. Imagine you're a real estate wholesaler, and your role is to act as a middleman between motivated sellers and potential buyers. Here's how it works. Finding distressed properties. You identify properties that are in distress, often due to financial difficulties, neglect, or other issues. These properties are typically sold below market value. Negotiating a contract. You negotiate a contract with the distressed property owner to buy their property at a significantly reduced price. This requires excellent negotiation skills. Selling the contract. Instead of buying the property yourself, you sell the rights of your contract to another real estate investor. This investor then takes over the contract and the opportunity to buy the property. Profit from assignment fee. The difference between the price at which you secured the property and the price at which you sold the contract is your profit. This is known as the assignment fee. The beauty of wholesaling is that you don't need to invest a large sum of money to purchase the property. You're essentially selling the deal itself. Real-life example. Let's take the example of Jane. She decided to get into real estate with limited funds. Jane researched distressed properties in her area and found a motivated seller who was facing foreclosure. She negotiated a deal to buy the property for $70,000, well below its market value of $100,000. Next, Jane reached out to an experienced real estate investor, Mark, who was interested in purchasing properties to renovate and resell. Jane offered to sell him the contract for the property for $5,000, allowing Mark to step into her shoes and purchase the property for $70,000. In this scenario, Jane made a profit of $5,000 without actually buying the property herself. Mark, the investor, saw the potential to renovate and sell the property for a profit, and Jane earned her fee for connecting the deal. Wholesaling is a fascinating way to enter the real estate investment world with minimal or no upfront capital. However, it requires a strong understanding of market dynamics, negotiation skills, and the ability to identify lucrative opportunities. Always ensure you're following legal and ethical practices in your real estate transactions. Tip number 4. House hacking. House hacking is a captivating real estate investment strategy where you live in one part of a property while renting out the remaining space to cover your mortgage and other expenses. Essentially, you become both an owner and a landlord under the same roof. For instance, imagine someone buying a duplex, living in one unit, and renting out the other. The rental income helps offset their own housing costs, allowing them to invest with minimal or even no money down. An example is Sarah, who purchased a triplex. She lived in one unit and rented out the other two. The rent she received from her tenants covered her mortgage and even left her with some extra income. Over time, as property values appreciated, Sarah was able to refinance and purchase another property using the equity she had built. The moral of the story is that house hacking enables savvy investors like Sarah to enter the real estate market, generate cash flow, and build wealth with limited upfront capital, all while gaining valuable landlording experience. Tip number 5. Crowdfunding platforms. Imagine a digital magic carpet that lets you invest in real estate without needing a treasure chest of gold coins. Crowdfunding platforms are your enchanted portals to the real estate world, where you can contribute a small amount of money alongside others to collectively invest in properties. It's like joining forces with fellow adventurers to conquer a dragon and share the rewards. For instance, consider the tale of Home Harbor. They wanted to transform an old, abandoned warehouse into luxury lofts. Instead of relying solely on wealthy investors, they opened the opportunity to everyday people through a crowdfunding platform. Investors of all sizes chipped in, and the project soared to life. The moral here is that by pooling resources, everyone can play a part in grand adventures, even those who might not have had a treasure chest of their own. Remember, this is a fictional example created for the purpose of illustration. Any resemblance to real companies is purely coincidental. Tip number 6. Sweat equity. Sweat equity, in real estate, refers to the concept of investing your time, effort, and skills instead of just money. It involves taking on tasks like property renovation, maintenance, or management in exchange for a share of the property's future profits or increased value. Imagine it as an investment of your hard work that can potentially yield financial returns down the line. For instance, consider Janet, who didn't have much capital to invest in real estate. Instead, she found a rundown property and used her carpentry skills to renovate it. Over time, her efforts transformed the property into a beautiful home, significantly raising its value. When she eventually sold the property, she earned a substantial profit, all thanks to her sweat equity. The moral here is that determination, skills, and hard work can be as valuable as monetary investments. By putting in the effort to improve a property, individuals like Janet can create opportunities for themselves and build wealth, even with limited financial resources. It's a reminder that creative thinking and dedication can open doors to success in real estate and other ventures. Tip number 7. Private lenders. Imagine private lenders as your secret keys to the kingdom of real estate riches without breaking the bank. These enigmatic figures are individuals or groups willing to finance your real estate ventures without the need for hefty upfront capital. Just like a fairy godmother, they can transform your dreams into reality. Take the example of the renowned celebrity, Ava Starr. In her early days, Ava had a passion for real estate but lacked the funds to dive in. Sensing her determination and vision, a group of private lenders stepped in. They believed in her potential and provided the necessary funds to kickstart her real estate journey. With their support, Ava acquired her first property, which later became a cornerstone of her real estate empire. The moral here is that opportunities often come in unexpected forms. Just like Ava Starr, we should be open to seeking help and forming partnerships. Private lenders remind us that financial barriers can be surmounted through collaboration and belief in our capabilities. So, whether you're a star or not, remember that your dreams can shine brighter when you let others believe in them too. Tip number 8. Low-cost markets. Imagine real estate investment as a treasure hunt, with low-cost markets as your secret map. These markets are like hidden gems waiting to be discovered. Just as a savvy traveler finds incredible deals in less explored destinations, a smart investor seeks out locations where property prices are affordable, yet potential for growth is high. By targeting these markets, you're able to enter the real estate game with minimal investment or risk, while still reaping substantial rewards. For instance, consider Brazil during its period of economic transformation. As the country developed, its real estate market presented numerous opportunities for investors to buy low and profit as property values surged. Similarly, you can uncover your own version of this success story by identifying low-cost markets poised for future growth. Note: the example of Brazil is based on historical information up to September 2021, and conditions may have changed since then. Always perform thorough research before making any investment decisions. Tip number 9. Government programs. Certainly, explaining government programs as a fascinating tip to invest in real estate with minimal or no money involves highlighting how these initiatives leverage public resources to create opportunities for individuals. One example is the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit program in the United States. This program encourages private investment in affordable housing by offering tax incentives to developers. Imagine this. Just like a master chess player strategically moves pieces on the board, governments craft programs that benefit both citizens and the economy. One of these moves involves providing incentives for real estate development through tax credits. Let's take a page from history. In the late 20th century, faced with a housing shortage, the U.S. government introduced the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit. This move allowed private real estate developers to invest in building affordable housing units for low-income families. In return, developers received tax credits, which could be sold to investors looking to reduce their tax liability. Now, the beauty of this strategy is that it's a win-win situation. Low-income families gain access to quality housing, developers have a viable market, and investors benefit from tax advantages. The moral behind this approach is that governments have the power to orchestrate partnerships that lead to social progress and economic growth. By fostering an environment where everyone's interests align, these programs turn a piece of legislation into a catalyst for positive change. So, when considering real estate investment, remember that government programs can be like the unexpected yet brilliant move in a game of chess, creating an opportunity for all players involved. Tip number 10. Flipping. Flipping, in real estate, refers to the art of buying a property at a lower price, making strategic improvements, and selling it at a higher price, ideally in a short period. Imagine it as breathing new life into a house to increase its value before passing it along. Let's take June as an example. Armed with a keen eye for design and a knack for negotiation, she spotted a worn-down property in a great neighborhood. She invested minimal funds, focusing on cosmetic improvements and enhancing its curb appeal. After a few months, she sold the property for a significant profit. The moral of June's story is that with creativity, diligence, and a touch of market insight, it's possible to turn limited resources into substantial gains. Flipping embodies the principle of transforming potential into profit through smart decisions and effort. It's a testament to how ingenuity can overcome financial barriers, making real estate a fascinating arena where vision and strategic actions can yield remarkable rewards. Tip number 11. Networking. Networking in the realm of real estate involves connecting with industry professionals, investors, and potential partners. By building relationships and sharing insights, you can gain access to valuable knowledge, opportunities, and even potential financing sources. The moral behind this approach is that success in real estate doesn't just rely on financial resources, but also on the power of collaboration, knowledge sharing, and cultivating a strong professional network. Tip number 12. Micro-flipping. Imagine micro-flipping as the art of turning real estate opportunities into golden coins, even if you're starting with a modest treasure chest. It's like spotting hidden gems in the market, acquiring them for a fraction of their potential worth, and then quickly polishing them up for a dazzling resale. This strategy lets you dive into the world of real estate with minimal investment, relying on your sharp eye, creativity, and efficient execution to make small but frequent profits that can add up to a prosperous kingdom over time. Tip number 13. Creative financing. Imagine turning your real estate dreams into reality without a hefty bank account. Creative financing is like the art of crafting a masterpiece using unconventional brushes. It's a captivating dance where you use strategies like seller financing, lease options, or partnerships to acquire properties without the traditional down payment. Just as an artist mixes colors to create a vibrant painting, creative financing mixes financial techniques to make real estate investing accessible and exciting, even when you're working with a limited budget. Tip number 14. Lease options. Sure thing. A lease option is a fascinating strategy to invest in real estate with minimal or no upfront money. It involves leasing a property with the option to buy it at a predetermined price within a specified time frame. This allows you to control the property, potentially benefit from its appreciation, and lock in a purchase price, all without needing a large initial investment. Imagine you're in Texas. You find a property worth $200,000 that you believe will increase in value. Instead of buying it outright, you negotiate a lease option with the owner. You agree to pay $1,500 per month in rent, with a portion of that going towards the future purchase. You also secure the option to buy the property for $210,000 within the next 3 years. Now, if the property's value rises to $230,000 within those 3 years, you can exercise your option and buy it for $210,000. This means you've gained $20,000 in equity without having to put down a substantial down payment up front. If the market value doesn't increase, you can simply choose not to exercise the option, limiting your losses to the rent payments you've made. Lease options are intriguing because they provide potential benefits of ownership without the immediate financial commitment, making them a clever way to enter the real estate market with less or no money. Tip number 15. Seller financing. Imagine you're interested in investing in real estate, but you don't have a lot of money up front. That's where seller financing comes in. It's like a creative financing option where the seller of the property acts like a lender. Instead of going through a traditional bank, you make an arrangement with the seller to pay them directly over time, often with interest. This can be a win-win. You get to invest without needing a huge upfront payment, and the seller gets a steady income. For example, consider a company called Home Haven. They wanted to expand their real estate portfolio but lacked the capital to buy properties outright. Instead, they found willing sellers who agreed to finance the purchase. Home Haven negotiated terms, and over the next few years, they paid off the property cost plus interest to the seller. This allowed Home Haven to grow their real estate assets without relying heavily on their own funds. The moral of the story is that creative solutions like seller financing can open doors for aspiring investors, fostering opportunities and partnerships that benefit both parties involved. It's a reminder that innovative thinking and collaboration can lead to success, even in the world of real estate. Remember, while these strategies can help you get started with less money, real estate investing still involves risks and challenges. Always conduct thorough due diligence and consider seeking advice from financial advisors or experienced investors before making any decisions. Everything in this channel is for educational purposes. I'm not a professional in finance and wealth, as I have said, do more research. Applying and doing this, it will help create more income that will enable you to travel the world and retire early. It forms a clear vision of what you want to achieve with your money. Remember, money is a tool, so you have to strike a balance between spending and saving. Having achieved much in real estate investment, ensure that the money you acquire makes your life easier and more enjoyable. Achievements lead to freedom, so embrace it. By now I know you have mastered these tips, but remember, if you apply them consistently, diligently, you will be able to achieve financial freedom. Remember, success requires discipline, patience, perseverance, hard work and confidence to be able to do it. They are not magic as you may think. Master the skills and enjoy the journey, not only destination. Lastly, I hope you find this video enjoyable and informative. click that subscribe button and wait for the next video dropping soon. Until next time, wish you well in your investment journey.